Okay, so we are starting to do 180-degree rotations. So let's annotate this problem. They want us to rotate the image 180 degrees by completing two 90-degree rotations in the same direction. Then we need to record the coordinate pairs and explain what we notice. We'll do that on the next slides about the coordinates. So we don't know how to do a 180-degree rotation, but we do know how to do 90-degree rotations. So when we do 90-degree rotations, if you remember, X and Y are going to switch places. And then whichever quadrant it lands in will determine the sign. So I'm going to label these quadrants. This is quadrant 1, everything is positive. This is quadrant 2, where I have a negative X and a positive Y. This is quadrant 3, where everything is negative. And this is quadrant 4, where I have a positive X and a negative Y. So they gave me, let me switch colors here. They gave me X and Y, but I think they messed up A. A is not at 2, 1, it's at 1, 2. So they gave me X and Y. So for this first rotation here, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch them. So it'll now be 2, 1. It'll be 5, 3, and it'll be 1, 5. They said I can pick the direction, just go the same direction. So I'm gonna go clockwise. Clockwise will put me in quadrant 4. So my Y's are negative. I'm gonna go ahead and plot that first rotation. So 2, negative 1 is where A prime is. 5, negative 3 is B prime. And 1, negative 5 is C prime. I don't have the line function, so I'm going to do my best. Make sure yours is straight. So here is the first rotation. Now I need to rotate it again, another 90 degrees. So I'll go back to red, and I need to switch X and Y again. So it was 2, 1, so it's back to 1, 2. 5, 3 becomes 3, 5, and 1, 5 is 5, 1. Now I'm in quadrant 3. Everything is negative. And I will plot these points. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 5, and negative 5, negative 1. So this is where the triangle is after 180 degrees, or a half circle rotation. These are your ordered pairs. Now we want to talk about what happened with the coordinates. So you're on the next slide. So the question is asking, what do you notice about the coordinates from the pre-image, which is here, to the final image, which is here? So I started with 1, 2, I end up with negative 1, negative 2. I start with 3, 5, I end up with negative 3, negative 5. And I start with 5, 1, I end up with negative 5, negative 1. So for a 180-degree rotation, what I notice is X and Y, they don't switch, right? Because we switched, but then we switched back. So X and Y are simply now opposite. Everything was positive and now it's negative. So to perform a 180-degree rotation, X and Y coordinates will simply become their opposite. That's what you want to type into this slide. So what did I notice? What did I notice? I noticed that the X and Y coordinates, make sure you put coordinates, not just X and Y, and it's not the axes. I noticed that the X and Y coordinates became their opposite. And that's it. So hopefully you were able to work through that one on your own. If not, fix any mistakes that you may have made. And now we're going to do an example. Well, I'm going to do an example, and then you'll try to do that one on your own as well.